Goddesses, it's Sarah here. So I'm in my yard and we are about to do some yard work, and my son is about to mow, and I thought, before he mows I should just check my lawn and see if I have any plantain. Normally we go to parks and out and about to search for plantain, and I was really pleasantly surprised to be able to pick a 2-liter jar of plantain in about 5 or 10 minutes from my own lawn. So this video is all about plantain and hopefully inspiring you to go into your own yard and your garden and look for this magical plant. And it truly is nothing short of a magical plant in my humble opinion. Plantain has quickly become one of my favorite first aid herbs that I have ever used personally. And so here in this video today, I want to tell you how you can identify plantain, what you can do with it, and why it is so good. So let's start with what it's good for. Okay, plantain is the ultimate antidote to itchy mosquito bites. This is my favorite way to use this, especially in the summertime when those pesky mosquitoes are always getting us and they leave you pretty itchy. So if you can find plantain wherever you are, and I'm certain that you will be able to, you can actually take a leaf. So here's a leaf right beside me. And let's say you got an itchy bite. You can take a leaf. It's edible and it's safe for adults, infants, and you can chew it and create what you call a spit poultice. So you mash it up, and wherever you have an itchy bite, you would take it and you would just dab it on there. You can leave it on there, all the juice from the plant, you just leave it. And this will take your itchy mosquito bite away in seconds. It's really that incredible. It's such a good herb for you mamas out there who have young kids. I can't tell you how many times we've been at a park and my kids have been running on a pathway and they've fallen down and they get road rash, on their hands or their knees, or they cut themselves and there's blood and they're crying and it stings and it's just very dramatic. And if you can identify plantain, you go and you pick a leaf at that park, and it's so funny because it always grows where we need it. So you'll always find it at children's parks, you'll always find it in wilderness parks, you'll find it on walkways and pathways. So it is a very common plant. So you just find one, you chew it up, and you just put it on that kid's wound, and within 10 seconds, you guys, you can see that your child will calm down and they'll take a breath and they'll wonder what you're doing. And it really does have magical properties to it. So what are the main properties? So other than taking itch out of a mosquito bite or any other bites, it is a wonderful wound cleanser. So I consider plantain nature's polysporin. So what I mean by that is that if you apply it to a wound, whether it's the leaf itself or a salve like the one that I make, or one that hopefully you can make yourself, plantain is a drawing herb. So what it does, it helps to draw out infection. It draws out splinters. I've heard even that in some countries they use it to draw out venomous, like from snake bites. They'll use it to draw out the venom from a snake bite. And so I'm going to need plantain after shooting this video because there's so many mosquitoes. So it's a drawing herb. It's cleansing to wounds. It can also take pain away to some degree. So like I said, when those kids get hurt with road rash, you can see that they visibly feel relief in a very short period of time because it helps to ease that pain and that sting that they're experiencing. It is also incredible for deep wound healing. So when you have a wound, let's say you're in the kitchen and you cut yourself on a knife or something like that, not only will plantain help to draw out any lurgies or infection, not only will it help with the pain, not only will it help to promote healing of that wound. It also helps with blood. Like, it's a little bit of a styptic herb, so it's a herb that can help to staunch bleeding. So in my opinion, this herb, this plant, this plantain is just such an incredible first aid herb that we really should get to know in our community. So let's help you identify it. So let's grab the camera here, I'll turn it around, and you're gonna see my lawn. So outside here of the Green Goddess studio doors, we have a really, like, a high traffic area that's full of weeds, and it's really compact soil. You can see here that we have like hard compacted soil, and look what we found right here in amongst that is plantain. You see that? That's plantain, you guys, okay? And you'll see as the plant continues to mature that it grows these little seed heads here. And did you know that in some species of plantain, when these seed heads mature, they come out the middle of the plant and they grow quite tall? The seeds are really good for you too, and in fact, they are what's used in Medicinal, or it's like very similar to what they use in Medicinal, so that's really cool. So you'll see with the leaves, as the plant matures, that they always have these 5 veins running through it. So if we pick a leaf, this is a pretty battered leaf because we've stepped on it obviously quite a few times. But if you look at it, you'll see that there's 5 veins. I'm just gonna put this camera down and show you. There's 5 veins that like to grow. So 1, 2, down the middle, 3, 4, 5. And you notice where I picked the leaf, it has these cords coming from it. They're really neat. These cords are a really good identifying way that you have plantain. They're kind of stretchy, and they run through the entirety of the leaf here. So when you pull it, sometimes you'll see those, yeah, see it? That's a good way to know that you have plantain. Okay, so that's what plantain looks like. So in my lawn here, you'll see we've got a lot of thistle. There's some plantain. Oh, horrible with the camera because I can't see what I'm doing. But you get the picture. So plantain, that lovely little leaf that I'm gonna need to use after this video, shooting this video. These really are plants that you want to get to know, okay? If you have any questions, send me a message. I'd be happy to help. But actually, before I do that, let me show you. So I picked plantain, 5 or 10 minutes, filled up that jar. Here's the jar that I have on the go. Bugs. Where I took some plantain, I chopped it up in my blender little fine with olive oil, and I filled up a jar. I'm going to let it sit for about 6 weeks. Make sure you always label it with your start date so that you know 6 weeks from now when it's ready. Give it a shake every day. Just put it somewhere that you'll remember and you'll see it. And after 6 weeks, you strain that herb out and you have some magically infused plantain oil. And then you can take that oil and you can make a salve with it. So maybe in another video, I'll teach you how to do that. Okay. Hope that video helped you guys. Whew, I gotta go. Mosquitoes are horrible. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.